Log into AWS Management Console, click on Services, scroll down. You will find Elastic Beanstalk Service under Compute section. Click on Elastic Beanstalk Service. As discussed in the previous lecture, Elastic Beanstalk is used to deploy, monitor, and scale an application quickly and easily, as it is taking care of provisioning the resources required to host the business application automatically for you. Let me click on Get Started. To create a new web application, let me give the application name. Then we need to specify the basic configuration, such as what is the platform that the Elastic Beanstalk would need to configure to host the business application. Let me choose the platform from the drop-down. Drop-down is showing that various runtime tools which are currently supported by the Elastic Beanstalk container. Let's say if the application code has been written in PHP and it would require the PHP runtime to execute the code, let me choose PHP. So that Elastic Beanstalk will ensure that the PHP runtime is configured on the EC2 instances which are deployed to host the business application. Then we need to specify the application code. The application code can be uploaded as a zip or WAR format from your local workstation, or even it is possible to copy the code to the S3 bucket and can specify the S3 bucket object URL, so that that application code will be get deployed onto the containers. For now, rather uploading the application code from my local workstation, let me choose sample configuration, so that AWS will pick up the sample code and that sample code will be get deployed into the Elastic Beanstalk containers. Then click on Create Application. We can see the steps involved when Elastic Beanstalk is creating the environment to host the business application. We can see that the create environment is started and the required security group is created automatically, and the Elastic IP has been provisioned, which will be associated for the EC2 instances. And now it is launching the EC2 instance. Once the EC2 instance launch process is completed, it will deploy the application code on that specific EC2 instance and the environment is ready. Once the environment is ready, we can see the health status of this application deployment process as OK. It is also showing that it has been deployed and configured PHP 7.3 runtime. Once the application code deployment is completed, Elastic Beanstalk will ensure that the application is made available through the endpoint. The endpoint is mentioned as URL. Let me browse through this endpoint to access the business application. We can see that the PHP application is up and running and I can able to access the website. As I have deployed the sample code which is provided by the AWS, which is showing the default page which is designed by the AWS. When you deploy the custom application code, then the specific website will go live through the Elastic Beanstalk provided endpoint. This endpoint can be configured as a CNAME for your specific domain name, so that the website can be accessed through the custom domain name. Let me go back to AWS Management Console. In order to verify Elastic Beanstalk has been provisioned what resources, we can click on Configuration. Configuration tab is showing that what and all resources has been provisioned by the Elastic Beanstalk automatically to deploy the application. We can see the configuration of the instances and what capacity of each instance has been provisioned, and if at all any load balancers are being created for this deployment, we can see the respective load balancer information, and we can see that various security configurations has been deployed for your deployment. As I said in the previous lecture, Elastic Beanstalk will deploy the required minimal resources to host the business application. However, it is possible to manage these resources and can modify the configuration as per the business requirements. Hence, can click on modify and provide the custom configuration as per the requirements. For now, let me click on cancel. Let me go back to all applications. We can see that IAQ application has been deployed into the Elastic Beanstalk container, and it is showing various basic configuration details, such as this application has been deployed into the web server tier, and it is deployed into PHP 7.3 runtime, and it is showing that this application has been made available through which endpoint. This is explaining how to deploy a web application into the Elastic Beanstalk container, which is the orchestration tool to manage the application deployment process so that it will automatically takes care of provisioning and managing the underlayer AWS resources to host the business application. That's it for this lecture. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.